If you've been an MMA fan for any amount of time, you no doubt remember or have heard of Cheick Kongo's legendary 2011 come-from-behind win over Pat Barry. The heavyweight fight headlined UFC on vs. 4 in Pittsburgh, and it ultimately won widespread Knockout of the Year honors. And rightfully so. Midway through the first round, Barry landed a big right hand on his imposing opponent. Kongo hit his knees in 8 punches while clearly dazed and nearly unconscious. At one point, cageside commentator Joe Rogan even declared, "It's over," only to take it back a moment later when Kongo somehow got back to his feet. Kongo was then dropped again, and Rogan relented. "Oh, he's out. He's out," except, no, he wasn't. He was still dazed and stumbling across the cage, and a stoppage from referee Don Muraliota seemed to be the only merciful option at that point. "Oh man, Muraliota is letting this go," Rogan exclaimed. "That's incredible." And Rogan didn't use "incredible" in the good way, more in the "why hasn't this fight been stopped" way. Yet, Kongo, who still seemed on the brink of going to sleep, kept reaching for a leg, kept scrambling, kept looking for a way to get up and out. And he got his opening. After stumbling to his feet, he landed 2 big right hands that sent Barry to the canvas, and the bout was waved off in the first round. Here's the finishing sequence in Kongo's stunning comeback win. Via YouTube, Rogan and boothmate Mike Goldberg couldn't contain their amazement as the Console Energy Center crowd was left buzzing and trying to figure out what exactly happened. In fact, many fans, and this cageside reporter, didn't even realize Kongo actually won the fight until the replays showed Kong's miraculous comeback. Kongo's win came after an 8-month layoff, and the victory, as well as a subsequent win over Matt Mitrione, put the big man back in the UFC title picture. Yet, for me, that fight wasn't my best comeback. Kongo recently told MidJunkie Radio. Kongo, 28-10 MMA, 9-2 BMMA, who recently picked up his 6th straight Bellator victory with a first-round knockout of Javier Ayala at Bellator 199, said it was probably his second best. The French kickboxer, who turned 43 just 2 days ago, shows no signs of slowing down despite approaching his mid-40s. However, before the Barry fight, Kongo said he was nearly forced into retirement, or at least a lengthy 5-year rehabilitation that would have all but forced him to call it quits. Yet, before he got a proper diagnosis and eventually found successful treatment, he was constantly dealing with back and shoulder pain, though he kept trying to fight through it. "The thing is, I have a really high tolerance for pain, so that's why I couldn't find out what it was," he said. Prior to the Barry fight, Kongo defeated Paul Buntello with elbows to the leg and then fought Travis Brown to a draw, due to Kongo's untimely point deduction for grabbing his opponent's shorts. During that time, he found out he broke a vertebra but didn't know it at that time. In fact, it's one reason he weighed nearly 10 pounds lighter for the Brown fight, because he just couldn't work out and maintain his muscular frame because of the soreness. But he ultimately turned to his native France and found therapy, a type of physical therapy that stimulates the activation of the body's natural repair processes. In fact, he's now a U.S. ambassador for the process, dubbed Winback Therapy, at Winback Medical USA, and he said it helped him avoid surgery and continue fighting at a top level nearly a decade after most heavyweights retire. It also took just 7 months of recovery. "I was supposed to be retired if I got the surgery," said Kongo, who now hopes to get a title shot against the eventual winner of Bellator's World Heavyweight Grand Prix. "I was supposed to be done fighting. I was supposed to spend 5 years after surgery on my lower back, on one shoulder and then the other, with rehabilitation. Instead of the 5 years with the 2 surgeries, I spent just 7 months. I'm so thankful and blessed. For complete coverage of Bellator 199, check out the MMA events section of the site. Majunkie Radio broadcasts Monday to Friday at 1 p.m. ET, 10 a.m. PT, live from Mandalay Bay Resort. For more information or to download past episodes, go to www.majunkie.com/radio. View 4 images.